And welcome to our May 19th, 2022 Board of Education meeting. I would like to call the meeting to order, and I thank you all for being here this evening. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Dwan Kraft to lead us in the invocation.
Thank you. So when I was searching tonight, or for tonight's invocation, I wanted it to be about the teachers and the teacher assistants and every member of our staff that has every single person, our transportation, our nurses, our maintenance, just everybody. We couldn't be what we are and do what we do without all of you, and so this just kind of puts it all in place, and I want you to know how much you're appreciated by all of us. So I kind of borrowed it from Facebook's a site called Soul's Destiny. A man was asked to paint a boat. He brought his paint brushes and began to paint the boat a bright red as the owner had asked him. While painting, he noticed a small hole in the hull, and he quietly repaired it. When he finished painting, he received his money and he left. The next day, the owner of the boat came to the painter and presented him with a nice check, much higher than the payment for painting. The painter was surprised and said, "You've already paid me for painting the boat, sir, but this is not for the paint job. It's for repairing the hole in the boat." "Oh, but it was such a small service. Certainly it's not worth paying me such a high amount for something so insignificant." "My dear friend, you do not understand. Let me tell you what happened. When I asked you to paint the boat, I forgot to mention the hole. When the boat dried, my kids took the boat and went for a fishing trip. They did not know that there was a hole. I was not at home at the time. When I returned and noticed they had taken the boat, I was desperate because I remembered that the boat had a hole. Imagine my relief and joy when I saw them returning from fishing. Then I examined the boat and found that you had repaired the hole. You see now what you did. You saved the life of my children. I do not have enough money to pay you for your small good deed. So no matter who, when, or how, continue to help, sustain, wipe tears, listen attentively, and carefully repair all the leaks you find. You never know when one is in need of us, or when that care and kindness may return to you in surprising ways. Along the way, you may have repaired numerous boat holes for several people without realizing how many lives you've saved. Make a difference. Be the best you. Have a beautiful day.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Kraft. That was really good. This time, I'd like to ask Miss Julie Oreo to come forward. She and her students are going to lead us tonight in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then she has the school spotlight for this evening as well.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having us. I'd like to call Ethan White up to lead us in the pledge, otherwise known as Black Bear. Ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much.
So we're here finally after everything that's happened. It's my first time bringing Jarvisburg up to the school spotlight, which I'm so thankful for. Thank you for having us. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Chelsea Eves and Miss Nicole Johnston, who have spearheaded the program you're about to see, which is a small fraction of all the good things that have happened at Jarvisburg this year.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Chelsea Eves, and I'm a fifth grade teacher at Jarvisburg Elementary School. I am honored to be here tonight presenting as a teacher. I specifically say as a teacher because, not to date myself, but tonight I feel that I have come full circle because 10 years ago at the May Board of Education meeting of 2012, I served my last meeting as student Board of Education member for Currituck County Schools. I know, 10 years. I can't believe it. Okay.
10 years. Hard to believe. Wow.
I know. But tonight, I again am absolutely honored to be here to share with you an event that we were able to bring back to Jarvisburg Elementary School this year, the Living Wax Museum. As you may know, This project is not new to Jarvisburg Elementary School or Currituck County Schools. This project was pioneered in our area over 15 years ago by someone incredibly special to me, my mother.
Oh,
Even I participated in Miss Heflin's Living Wax Museum as Jackie Kennedy many, many, many moons ago. So at the start, taking this on meant so much to me in more ways than one, but never did I imagine the even greater impact it would have on me as a teacher at the finish line. Okay. So starting this project, each student was carefully assigned a historical figure. We took the time to match their physical appearance, personal interest, and personality traits to historical figures, in addition to finding someone that each individual student could connect with and feel inspired by. We had a fun reveal where everyone found out who they would be. Students then conducted research both on the internet and through reading informational texts to collect information on their historical figures' early life, childhood, education, adult life accomplishments, and of course some fun facts too. This research was translated into informational essays that were written in the form of biographies in third person with support from their fifth grade teachers, Miss Parker, Miss Elizabeth, and Miss Heflin too. Students then condensed their biographical essays into shorter speeches written in first person. Speeches were memorized and practiced all while students were making trifold boards that you can see over here with photos and captions and organizing costumes with some help from myself and Miss Williams and Miss Heflin's amazing costume closet. On Friday, March 4th, students dressed as their historical figures and stood in exhibits for 2 hours as our K-4 classes, parents, and visitors traveled the building, delivering their speeches, answering questions, and truly bringing their figures to life. Yep. It is a day as a teacher I will never forget. Watching these students accomplish this, I feel like it changed my life. During this project, not only did our students cover standards from several content areas, but they learned what it meant to lead, to persevere, to start something and finish it with a sense of pride. My mom had always told me that this project was magic. There's no other way to describe it. It's magic for teachers and it's magic for students. And I am eternally grateful for the passing of a torch that allowed us to share in the magic as well. I could stand here all night and share with you the positive impacts of this project on our students academically, socially, emotionally, but I have brought some wonderful guests tonight to share with you their firsthand perspective of what the Living Wax Museum is truly all about. But first, I would like to share with you a quick video of all of our fifth graders from this year's Living Wax Museum. We did have sound, but we can't use it. And as you're watching, we did, Babe Ruth over here brought you guys the program from our wax museum. So you can see we had several different exhibits this year. We had our loyal leaders, which were our political figures, our women trailblazers. We had an exhibit specifically highlighting accomplishments of women. You can see some examples of that here. Our groundbreakers and world changers. Innovators. Our fine arts category. our game-changing athletes. Oh, hold on. It's going to play again. No, I don't want it to do that. So tonight, first, I would like to introduce you to Haley, who portrayed Molly Brown in our Living Wax Museum.
Hi, I'm Haley, and I'm a 5th grade student from Jarvisburg Elementary School. In the Living Wax Museum, I was the unsinkable Molly Brown. Molly Brown was known as a survivor of the Titanic, and she put many people into lifeboats that were about to go down with the ship. This project means a lot to me. I felt more confident than ever in myself on the day of the Living Wax Museum, because I had worked so hard, learned so much, and felt so beautiful. Academically, I learned how to write a 5-paragraph essay, how to research information, and how to create a visual of my information on a trifold board. I learned to be confident in myself and in others, and I learned that, like Molly Brown, I have the power and the bravery to stand up for what is right, even when others don't agree. This project is something that I'll always remember.
Next, we have Bella, who portrayed Ava Gardner.
Good evening, I'm Bella Butler, and I'm a 5th grade student from JES. In the Living Wax Museum, I portrayed Ava Gardner. She was known for her amazing acting and singing, and she was born in Smithfield, NC. The Living Wax Museum was one of the times I truly felt like a leader. I learned that dedication, confidence, and a little bit of memorizing would put a smile on everyone's face, and that is all I could really ask for. Presenting that project was a bit tiring, but it was worth it. I learned so much about Ava Gardner, but I also learned something about myself, my true self. I didn't know that I could be so confident in myself. This project helped me discover things I never knew about me. I can't stop smiling knowing that there will be future 5th grade figures influencing others like I did in the Living Wax Museum and getting to have this great experience.
Next, we have Ethan, who portrayed Blackbeard.
Hi, my name is Ethan White from Jarvisburg Elementary School. I portrayed Blackbeard in the Living Wax Museum. He is one of the most famous pirates because of his blockade at Charleston Harbor. At first, I was confused why I was chosen to become Blackbeard, because as you can see, I don't really look like Blackbeard. And I don't have many physical traits similar to Blackbeard, and my personality really does not relate to a callous pirate, because I like to put others ahead of myself. But I learned that it was for me to learn to step out of my comfort zone and take risks. And I learned how to do exactly that. I also learned how it felt to brighten and make the days of those who are younger than me, and it felt awesome. For the first time, people looked up to me, and I felt ecstatic. I felt like a leader, a powerful person, and I felt like I could make a positive change, and I plan to continue to do that. The 2 hours that I was in the Living Wax Museum, my favorite moment of all the years I've been going to Jarvisburg Elementary School.
And last but not least, we have Logan, who portrayed Babe Ruth.
Hi, my name is Logan White, and I am a 5th grader from Jarvisburg Elementary School. I portrayed Babe Ruth in the Living Wax Museum. Babe Ruth was known as the best baseball player ever. I felt ecstatic when my teachers chose me to be Babe Ruth. I am currently playing on 4 baseball teams, and baseball is my favorite sport. Being Babe Ruth was one of the most exciting experiences in my entire life. After every time I recited my speech, I got at least one compliment, and that made me the most confident I have ever been. I learned so much from this experience. In my research, I learned that I had another personal connection because my relative, William Blades Jr., went on a hunting trip with Babe Ruth in Craven County, North Carolina. I also really felt like a leader. When the kindergartners and first graders looked at me like I was the most famous person in the world, I felt like a role model. Also, apparently, National Babe Ruth Day is on my birthday, so I think I was destined to be Babe Ruth.
It is. When I found that out, I may have ran in the room. Okay, you have to know this information. But we are so glad that we were able to bring the Living Wax Museum to you tonight. Thank you for allowing us to share with you. If you all have any questions, I'm sure our 5th graders would love to answer them.
I just want to say,
Hold on.
I know. I'm just grateful that you came and brought it to us because I was out of town when y'all had your whole school wax museum. So I'm grateful that I was able to see some.
Okay, Logan, do you hit a lot of home runs up for the 4 baseball teams you play for?
You all did a great job.
Woo! I can't believe it's been 10 years when we sat together here on the board. Yes, 10 years. Oh.
I'm really happy that y'all came tonight, too, because I was out of town when y'all did the Wax Museum.
Yes.
So this was great. The costumes are wonderful. They did a great job.
They did. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Super. Thank you so much. Your parrot's barely hanging on.
I love
if it's in the budget.
I love how you took it a step further, and each kid really explained what they got out of the project. I know some of us visited some of them that were happening at other schools, and it's nice to see the differences in them. But they are all amazing. This is an amazing project.
Yes.
My daughter had the most fun doing hers as well.
And we had thought about having them recite their speeches, which I'm not sure if some of them still remember them or not. But we thought about, you know what, let's talk about the impact.
Yes.
Because not only does it influence them academically, but socially and emotionally. And it is a project that develops the whole child.
Yes, I
in so
think
many
so
different ways.
too. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's
Great job.
It's a wonderful event and a lot of hard work.
Miss Heflin,
Yes.
Leanne, you should be very proud
Yeah.
of what you've done and of your daughter.
So that's when it started, was 15 years ago?
Over 15.
Over 15?
Almost 20, right? Okay. I'm
Okay.
going to date myself.
Well, great job.
In 2005. There you go.
Well, thanks again.
Yeah, Daniel
Thank
was in
you
it.
all.
Yes.
Twice.
Twice, yes. It was fun. It was real lots of fun.
Student recognition for the Battle of the Books competition.
Would the members of the Battles of Books come on up?
I'm so excited about it.
And who is this coming up to present this?
Lynette Warden, coach.
Lynette Warden, welcome. Sure.
So the Battle of the Books, we were so happy to have it again this year. And again, when Miss Ariero pointed out, this is the first time she's presented. So we've had a 2-year hiatus on Battle of the Books, but was back with a vengeance this year.
Good.
And Scarborough was our winning team, and we have a wonderful plaque to present them.
I'm so proud of y'all.
Why don't you go up there, Miss Kraft?
Yes, go ahead, Miss Kraft.
Yeah, Miss Kraft was a moderator. She needs to go
Yes,
up.
She needs to go up. Here she comes.
No, I'm good. Thanks. All right, on 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job. Any parents want to come up before they're up here? Feel free. Come up. Grab a picture.
I'm just going to tell you, they are amazing. It's the highlight of my year, y'all. They're amazing.
Is there any way you could go down there and announce their names?
Absolutely.
Please?
Okay, yes. And actually, that's not funny. But can I just say that I saw Miss Eve's class do this when I went to observe her. And that room, I walked in like, oh my gosh, like it was an explosion. But those kids were like working hard. And her dating herself 2005 in 5th grade, I'm like, gosh, I think that was my first year of teaching. But anyway, she knows I love her. But anyways, so can I say something about the Battle of the Books competition real quick? Sure.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
so Well, I just want to make sure. But these kids, I actually didn't start with them until January because their first coach had retired, and I went to Miss Nelson and I said, hey, are we still doing Battle of the Books? And she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it. But I did. The only reason why I told her, I was like, don't worry about it. The only reason why I thought about it was because my kid was on it. So I said, she said, helped. I did. And I said, how long you take over? And I said, well, I have never seen one of these competitions, nor have I ever been involved in one of these competitions, so I'm going to have to wing it. So I came in the first day with these kids, and we started talking about how they needed to read the books. The more books they read, the better. There were 10 of them, 10 books. Some of them read 9, some of them read 8, some of them were just really, really good at a couple novels. It was nerve-wracking. I know Miss Kraft can tell you that because she was the moderator. Like, it is nerve-wracking for those kids because it is quiet. They can't talk, and if you saw my group practice, you would never believe that they actually sat there and didn't talk because they would yell those answers out at me so loudly, but I told them they can't do that. I was like, you have to be quiet. And then we would do a silent cheer, so I want them to show you their silent cheer. And I was like, if you get really excited, you're going to do this silent cheer. Let's see it. I wanted them to be well prepared, so I would just like to thank my teaching years for this because I had to wing it. And then the other media coordinators in the district were great with telling me what the process looked like, how it worked, so that I could come back and practice that with them. So we won, and they were amazing the entire time watching them. It's like if you've ever been a coach, like you're sitting there, and I've coached cheer forever, but I'm sitting here just like I would at a competition because you can't help them. You're just like, oh, you know this one, and then I had my child on the team too, so that might have added a little bit of extra pressure. But I just wanted them to do so well because I know they'd worked so hard, and they had a coach that had never done it before, but they were fantastic. And every time they came into that practice, they were raring to go. They were reading those books at home. I'd walk in their classrooms, and they were like, because they wanted me to make sure they knew they were reading their books. So this group was amazing, and their parents have been amazing. Every single one of them made it here tonight, which I think is amazing, that their parents definitely wanted them all to be able to get this recognition for their hard work. So I will now announce them and stop talking. Over here we have McCoy Moravec. We have Macy Lindilly. Sophia Hayslip. They're acting shy right now. Victoria Wimmer. Aubrey Foster. Rachel Diamond. Emery Pruitt. Lorelei Walsh. Avery Warden. Patty Cartwright. And Kylie Ray Young.
Congratulations, Ms. Warden, and I just want to thank you for stepping in when we lost our media specialist and taking over for these students. Great job.
Great job.
Well, you can.
You can. You can. Girls, if y'all would go to the microphone and state your name and state one thing that you took away that you really enjoyed with the Battle of the Books. Just one thing.
Something you really liked or something you learned or...
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I can't see.
Macy, so did you hear what she said?
Only one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't see. I thought it was all girls.
Okay. You said you wanted them to say something
their full name and one thing that you really enjoyed.
One thing you really enjoyed.
I'm McCoy Morbeck, and one thing I really enjoyed was being able to read books for competition, not just sitting home at my bed and just reading until it was my bedtime.
Great. Okay, good.
I'm Macy Dilly, and I really like that I got to read the books, and I like that Miss Warden got to teach us.
Aww.
I'm Sophia Hayslip, and I like. And And I like because Miss Wooden would make the practice so much fun, and it was fun getting to do it with them.
Oh, that's nice.
Good job.
My name's Victoria Wimmer, and I really enjoyed just having a team that liked working together, not fighting, and Miss Warden being a great coach.
Hi, my name is Aubrey Foster, and the one thing I really enjoyed was just getting to see all my friends do the competition together.
My name's Rachel Diamond, and what I really enjoyed about this was having a great coach to teach us and letting us win it.
Hi, my name's Emery Pruitt, and what I really enjoyed was how she would have us do flashcards to remember our little questions that we would have, even though none of them were on the competition.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Hi, my name is Lorelai Walsh, and I really enjoyed all of Battle of the Books, but I think the thing I enjoyed the most was all the friendships that came out of it.
Oh, nice.
My name is Avery Warden, and I liked all the Battle of the Books too, but my favorite part was doing the flashcards.
My name is Hattie Cartwright, and my favorite part was hanging around my friends and having the competition.
Great.
My name is Kylie Ray Young, and my favorite part was hanging out with my friends and having a great coach.
Aw. Ms. Warden, thank you so much.
So,
Congratulations to all
not
of you.
only do they have to read the 10 books, they read them more than one time. And the questions dig out the most minute details that you can imagine. And they have to tell you the name of the book and the author. And 2 of the books, I believe, had 2 authors. So y'all were amazing.
Good job.
Great
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you for being here tonight.
I have something for all the students there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Jones, did we have anyone sign up tonight for public comment? Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? The agenda is approved. Student board member reports. Let's start off with, who would you like to start off with? Last time,
I'll
y'all
start
had a
off.
System. Sophia?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the first school we have is Central Elementary School. Central Elementary School has had an exciting month. We have celebrated our teachers and our school nurse this month. We appreciate them for making such a difference in the lives of our students. Several classrooms have been on field trips exploring educational experiences outside the classroom. Our students have truly enjoyed learning and making memories. We are wrapping up testing this week and are getting excited about the upcoming promotional ceremonies we have scheduled. Take a peek at our website and our Facebook page for more information. We are ending a fabulous year with picnics, a staff kickball game against our 5th graders, as well as an Olympic fun day for everyone to enjoy friends and fellowship. Currituck County High School. We had another amazing action-packed month here at CCHS. We would like to thank all of the parents and community members that support CCHS during our senior informational meeting, underclassmen award ceremonies, spring band concert, walk support glow, FFA banquet, senior awards, spring chorus concert, band banquet, senior week activities, and all of our student athletes who are representing CCHS at the state level. We are excited to announce that the graduating class of 2022 will be having their commencement ceremony on May 26th, 2022 at 7 p.m. As always, thank you for your support of the class of 2022. And finally, I have Currituck County Middle School. Currituck County Middle School has had a lot going on lately. We had our 8th grade formal last Friday evening. Over 80 of our 8th graders participated. Our school band held their spring concert last Thursday in front of a packed house of family and friends. CCMS is hosting our regional FFA banquet this Friday at 3:15 p.m. And finally, our evening of excellence celebration, where we celebrate our academic honors, will take place on Wednesday, May 25th at 6:30 in our auditorium.
Alrighty, I'm going to start off with Griggs Elementary School. GES administration, PTO, students, and families enjoyed celebrating our teachers during Teacher Appreciation Week. We are looking forward to completing EOGs, welcoming families to award ceremonies and field day, and having our end-of-the-year festivities to celebrate all of our students' accomplishments. Our K-4 awards are on Tuesday, May 24th. Field day is on May 25th, and 5th grade promotion is on May 26th. Some classes have enjoyed virtual or face-to-face field trips as well as in April and May. We celebrated Nurses Day and School Lunch Hero Day too. We are very blessed and thankful for the community, staff, students, and families who support our Mallard family. Now to JP Knapp Early College. Congratulations go out to JP Knapp staff members, Christian Lowe and Sierra Troitino, for district recognition as Teacher and Teacher Assistant of the Year. JP Knapp was recognized as at the beginning of May, again as one of the best high schools in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. 45 of Knapp's 56 graduates received an associate's degree, diploma, or certification at COA's graduation event on May 11th. That is 80% of the class of 2022. Way to go, Spartans. The JPK Commencement Ceremony 2022 will take place at 7 p.m. on May 20th at the COA Performing Arts Center. This is a ticketed event. Congratulations, class of 2022. Now to Jarvisburg Elementary School. JES has been busy wrapping up field trips, celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week, and getting ready for the end-of-the-year celebrations. We held our very first successful Booster-thon fun run on Friday the 13th. Those fundraising efforts met our goal and are for Coach Martin to purchase new PE equipment for our students. We will have our K-4 awards on the 25th at 2 p.m., and our 5th grade promotion on the 26th at 2 p.m.
Thank you. I'm going to continue as my last time reading the student board reports. So for Knott's Island Elementary School. Knott's Island Elementary School has been a very exciting building over the last few weeks. Our March Madness Reading Challenge has ended with Mrs. Peterson, our 5th grade teacher, edging out Mr. Goins as a champion. Our 1st grade students recently visited their senior writing partners at Currituck County High School to finish up a collaborative effort in planning and writing personalized children's books. Thank you to Mr. Peterson, our senior English teacher, and Miss Dr. Durham for working with us on this event. Our grade 3 through 5 students are rocking the EOGs this week to culminate this school year. We'll be having our end-of-year celebrations next week with activities planned for each day. Our awesome 5th graders will be having the promotion celebration on May 25th at 6 p.m., and we will finish up with our K-4 awards on Friday the 27th from 6 to 10 a.m. Thank you to Dr. Lutz, Mrs. Dowdy, and the Board of Education for all that you have done to make this year a great year. For Moyock Elementary School. Moyock Elementary School PTA had an exciting penny wars competition last week, with 3rd grade taking the title as champion. As a celebration, the PTA is treating all students to popsicles during recess. Also, after an intense week of EOG testing wrapping up tomorrow, Moyock Elementary School is gearing up for a week of celebration, the last week of school. From awards and promotion programs to picnics and clap-out celebrations, and of course, fun and field day. Students are in for a treat.
And to wrap us up tonight, I will start with Moyock Middle School. Moyock Middle School had our 8th grade formal last Friday evening. Over 120 of our 8th graders participated. Our school band held their spring concert in front of a packed house of family and friends. Our baseball team plays its 2nd championship game this Thursday at Perquimans Middle. Our 8th grade award ceremony will take place on Tuesday, May 24th at 6 p.m. in our auditorium, and our end-of-the-year extravaganza is May 26th during the day. In Sharborough Elementary School. We have had a very busy end to our school year. Multiple grade levels have taken field trips, we hosted our first field day in 2 years, and celebrated our staff during the Teacher Appreciation Week. Make sure you check out the website, Facebook, or Dojo for information regarding all of our end-of-the-year awards programs and celebrations. And just remember, if you can't make it in person, we will live stream our awards. We hope everyone has a wonderful and safe summer break. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A lot going on towards the end of the year, and I can't believe this is your last meeting tonight. Y'all have just been unbelievable. And with that being said, we're going to honor you tonight. Dr. Lutz?
Albert, Daniel, Mom, and Dad, because you haven't missed any meetings either. We want to take a moment to recognize your contributions. It is you two have both been a wonderful addition to the board. You've seen a lot and learned a lot as we went through things, and you really helped guide some of our decisions and affirmed some decisions that were made, tough decisions by the board through COVID. And we really appreciate your input, and you will be sorely missed. You are both outstanding young men, and I look forward to seeing the great things that you bring to this world. With that, we'd like to come up and give you a plaque and get some pictures.
Go on 3. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. And I'll step out. Let them get good pictures. Cheers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It goes by fast.
Yeah, really.
Seems like it just came on.
Oh, yeah,
I
10
know.
years, jeez.
I think she was coming off from
Must, because this is going to be my 12th year.
Life does certainly go fast. When I was a Currituck County Middle School principal, and Miss Walker was my partner in crime, and we knew what a special young man Daniel was, and so even for me, it's that emotional moment. Oh my gosh, he's graduating! I've gone through this twice, and I'm feeling like I got a third one already. So,
Oh, my
again,
goodness. Congratulations again. Yes. All right, Miss Jennifer Woods, is she available to come up and tell us a little bit about our Perkins Grant?
So we're submitting our Perkins Grant. Currituck County Schools submitted the Perkins Grant for both federal and state entities, which will cover the 2022 to 2024 school years. The grant addresses performance indicators, comprehensive local needs, and Currituck's local plan. The funding that is received is allocated to grades 6 through 12, plus a special 5th grade awareness component. NC State passed on this incredible graphic that just kind of shows some different things of how great CTE is. One of the great things they show is how students who participate in CTE courses have a higher graduation rate than students who have not participated. And then it also talks about concentrators and credentials earned. And another thing,
We transposed this presentation. Ms. Jones did, thankfully, because it doesn't work from Canva to PowerPoint, so she did to excuse the graphics. It's much cleaner on the original presentation than there.
And then this is Currituck's numbers. Again, 89.9% are students who've graduated as a CTE concentrator, which is 2 courses in CTE. And then 95% of our concentrators have a placement, a secondary placement, such as the military or college or a career. So these are just some of the numbers that we're looking at, and we're excited to continue to grow them. Employability skills that the classes are looking at and also participating in are credentials and certifications, communication skills, and Albert and Daniel are prime examples of these incredible communication skills, time management skills, work ethic, applications, and resume writing. And goals that we have included in our grant hitting benchmark of 94% of concentrators graduating on time, increasing our reading and math proficiency for our CTE concentrators, increasing our non-traditional student participation, and basically that means males in nursing and girls and females in auto services, just one example. And then increase the numbers of concentrators exiting high school having a recognized post-secondary credential. And so we submitted the grant on May 13th, 2022, and we are waiting for approval and feedback.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does it look like the state, is it all going to put in a CTE track diploma or vocational track diploma?
I am not too sure. I did bring that up. I was at one of my administrative level trainings, and I did bring it up to the state. I'm not hearing anything about for or against it. They love the idea having something like that, but they're not being committal in that. They keep on talking about the diplomacy or the diploma endorsements that we do receive. So that's what they're.
Again, we hold out hope, as I think we've mentioned before in numerous other meetings, that the high school graduation requirements are up for review. And so if that's the case, I think that's the opportune time that they would consider alternate diploma options. So we're holding out hope that perhaps in those discussions that happens, but as of right now, there's been no movement or any discussion other than the Future Ready Core diploma option, which is the only option students have at this point in time.
Wow.
So
the state superintendent has come out on board saying that she supports it, but
she did. Robert Griffith sent in our resolution to Superintendent Truitt. I did too, but he had better luck getting a response. And she actually passed that along to the head of the CTE directors in the state, and that's Trey Michael. And the response was this, and I think it is promising. We are excited to see this resolution as it aligns with our vision for helping all children be informed and supported as they make critical career goals and decisions. And it directed us to a couple of the different initiatives. So as director of CTE, I applaud Currituck County for its efforts and appreciate the steps it is taking to serve all students and think forward about the skills needed to support jobs in its community.
Oh, good.
All right.
Let's
Well,
hope
thank
they
you.
really mean it.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And a semi-related note, Mr. Bobby Hanning will be our speaker at graduation.
Okay.
Maybe he'll put a plug in there too.
Yes. All right, Dr. Lutz, if you'd like to bring us up to date on our facilities and construction.
Okay. I'd like to start off with letting everyone know. So Mayock Elementary, as of today, is 706 students enrolled. That is a lot of students. And Scarborough Elementary is at 631, getting ready to add one more tomorrow. Okay. A quick update regarding where we're at with the building projects at Mayock Elementary. The masonry walls are being installed. Concrete is being poured. New playground is ordered. Unfortunately, we learned at the work session that the playground won't be here until late fall at the earliest. Mayock Middle School, the underground utilities have been relocated. We've disconnected the modular unit for relocation. We're actually, the work crew is using that as a work area. Temporary doors and walkways are on site and they must be installed, and the multipurpose room clean out has begun. So looking ahead over the next 2 weeks, the dining area, footings and pouring slabs are going to take place. I'm so looking forward to the remodeled cafeteria for sure. And blocking for the elevator shafts are going in. And at Mayock Middle School, the multi-purpose room renovations will begin immediately once the students are out on 5/31, and we're going to put temporary access doors in. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a timeline and bring us start where we were with these building projects, where we need to head. So in July of 2020, members of the Board of Ed and members of the Board of Commissioners had a discussion about the need for potentially two new elementary schools and one new middle school due to growth in the county. In April of 2021, land was purchased off of Tulls Creek Road for a new elementary school, and I'm pleased to update everyone that that process is moving forward at the pace it needs to, and we will be breaking ground sometime in the near future. In May of 2021, at a joint meeting, both of our boards came together and agreed on expansion projects for both Mayock Elementary School and Mayock Middle School. At that same time, modular units were approved for the 2021-2022 school year at Mayock Elementary. This past October, at another joint meeting, we had a study, an ORED capacity study was presented by North Carolina State, and a 10-year facility needs study was presented showing needs of $51 million for capital improvements across all 10 schools. At that time, the Board of Ed and the County Commissioners discussed a possible bond referendum to address the growth. Additional modular units were also approved at that time for the 2022-2023 school year, and we will be meeting our deadlines to have those up and running when we open up school August 29th. What we have up on the screen right now is the out-of-capacity table presented by the ORED study. This is the original one. The far left column has the capacity numbers that are given to the county by the school district. There are several capacity numbers that are referenced. The number that decisions are based on was the number that the school district gives the county. It is also the number that the ORED group used for this study. You can see red means that we are over capacity. You can see at Mayock Elementary School right there, and going across, it is red for the foreseeable future. You can also take a look at Mayock Middle School, and you can see that it hits red. It goes yellow and then red at 25-26 school year. So
I'd like to point out, too, that when we open the new elementary school, probably in 2024, 25, somewhere in there, that's a lot of that red's going to disappear from Shawboro and Mayock Elementary.
Yes, so once the new elementary school opens up in either 24-25 or 25-26, we're going to have 3 elementary schools at the northern end, somewhere in the 500 to 600 student range, and we will have capacity available at all the buildings at that point in time.
But we also need to point out that it's going to be tight until that new elementary school comes online. The expansions are going to be ready summer of 23, I believe you said at the work session. And that will enable us to house about 770 students at Mayock Elementary. And as of right now, we have 707.
Yes, 706 at this moment. We're projecting 750 next year. The following year, it projects over 800 students. We do have the modulars on site, and they will help us in the process until that new school is opened. We will be tight. The building, again, Mayock Elementary has done an outstanding job of accommodating their staff and their students throughout this process. They do not have a cafeteria on site. So the second slide shows commissioners had requested that we impose the new number of 770, and you can see that in 23-24. The following year, we're already into orange, and then we're back to red in 25-26. That's the need for the new elementary school off of Tulls Creek. It'll also reduce the Sharboro population. When the new building opens, we'll be able to relieve some of the overcrowding at Sharboro at the same time. Mayock Middle School as well. When you look across there, you can see that with the expansion in 27-28, it goes to red. It jumps 100 students between 26-27 and 27-28. So we will be looking, when we redistrict for the new elementary schools, well, we will also redistrict for the middle schools at the same time, and that will allow us to maximize capacity at both Currituck County Middle School and Mayock Middle School. So not too long ago, in March, at another joint meeting, we reviewed the facility needs study, the ORED growth projection study with consultant Jim Cosby, He facilitated a discussion between both boards about the possibility of a bond being placed on the November 2022 ballot. The thought process originally with the bond being placed on 2022 was that there would be a need for a second elementary school and a middle school within the first 5 years. But the expansion projects have allowed us some time to address our growth issues. So we recognize the school additions at Mayock Middle School and Mayock Elementary School should allow for future growth through 27-28 school year. We will have a need for an additional middle school and an expanded vocational high school concept within the next 6 years. We need to purchase land for schools in the near future. The long-range facility study showed our buildings have real needs. The long-range facilities assessment priority list is outlined in the next few slides. These items need to be addressed within 1 to approximately 8 years. So while the study showed a $51 million need, we have broken down to our most immediate needs that need to be covered over the next 1 to 8 years for each school building. You can see where each building is of different age, requiring different support. And all of the buildings' highest needs are addressed. So our newest buildings, the chillers and roofs, we're going to need replaced in the next 5 to 7 years, if not sooner. Go ahead and move to the next one. Of course, Currituck County High School, our biggest school, also has probably the most needs, and along with JP Knapp. Our future buildings and long-range facility priorities. So no matter what, we're not slowing down with our growth. We have building needs that need repaired, and the county also has needs in their own capital needs as well. And so hopefully we'll be able to work together with our county around correcting our and addressing the capital needs across the county, and also look towards building a new building as our schools continue to grow. To reach those, we have 3 options. You have a pay-as-you-go option, which is often the preferred method from the county. You have a bond referendum option, and you have an installment purchase financing option, which was used for both Scarborough and Jarvisburg when they were built and came to fruition in 2008. The Board of Education will not be formally requesting a bond be placed on the ballot at this time. We look forward to a future joint meeting with our county commissioners to continue to discuss how we can address the growth issues in our county.
At the last meeting, the commissioners noted that they preferred pay-as-you-go. So it's our job to tell them what we need, and then they tell us which they prefer. So until they tell us they prefer the bond referendum, we will not request it. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And one of these bullets said we will be okay for the next 6 that the additions at Mayock Middle and Mayock Elementary should allow for future growth through 27-28. But looking at that chart, we will possibly still be in red.
Possibly.
By that time.
It's possible that will.
Well, the new elementary is going to allow us to house, what, 700 students?
By those additions, too.
Yeah. The new elementary, but the middle school, we may be in the red, Dr. Lutz?
We may be, but we will also be, when we redistrict the elementary, we're going to redistrict and move some students to the middle
So
school.
we're hopeful
Yes.
that we won't be overcrowded, but we know we're going to need this.
Yes. We will need a new middle school in the future. We will be out of space in about 6 years, if not a little bit sooner.
Yeah. So we need to look for land.
Yes.
And we need to get the commissioner's permission to move forward with that.
The sooner that's our first step, is purchasing the land.
And Dr. Lutz, in the work session, we thanked you and your staff and everybody for putting this together, because it is a great tool for all of us to have, and it's going to be distributed. I was just wondering, is there any way, or would it be too much trouble for all these schools to put the year that they were built?
Oh, we could add that.
Because I want, there's so many new people coming in to our county that may not understand that we're so rich in history. That includes our schools. So many were built so long ago. They're beautiful structures, but just like we have the growth issue, we also have these old schools that need something all the time. So I just thought it would, while we were going through all this, I thought it would be great for all of us and the public to know, what we're going up against when we're asking for all these, for all this funding.
No problem. That's a great idea.
Good idea, Kelly.
And to clarify that we don't need $51 million right now for repairs. Our schools are not falling apart.
Right, they're just.
And if you go in our schools, you'll know
see
that. You see they're very well kept. It's just that, just like our homes, a
lot of it's preventive maintenance too, so that we don't have a major problem down the road. You have to spend some money to prevent that, and so we try to do that along the way every year and implement the funds to be able to take care of it. Thank you, Dr. Lutz. You want to tell us a little bit about our field trips that we have upcoming?
Absolutely. So we're fortunate to have our tennis team go to the regionals. Our golf team also went to the regionals, and then we had several student athletes qualify for the state championships in Southern Pines, which would be a wonderful course to play. We also have our track regionals that went to Cedar Point, North Carolina, and just so the board knows, the roster was sent to your emails. It was not included here. It was it just got lost in there. And the FFA state competition, it takes place in June in Raleigh, and I'm sure we're going to do an outstanding job.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
No doubt.
That's right. Miss Arrington? Good evening.
Good evening. I do believe that this is the last time I will have to give this update.
Okay.
So
I hope so.
I hope so too. So as of the week following our last board meeting through yesterday, we have had 32 positive COVID cases reported. However, we are not seeing cluster cases, so at this time I would recommend that we continue with no masks.
Okay. All right, we need action. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we continue with mask optional.
And I second that.
Okay, we have a first, we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We will we'll stay the course with mask optional at this time. Do I have a motion that we approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. Do I have any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? The consent agenda is approved. Information items. We have two upcoming meetings that we have dates for. June 29th, next month. I have a conflict with that. I'm going to have a new granddaughter, and that's the date that she's supposed to arrive. And I would love to see us maybe have the meeting on the 27th, but if we can't do that, I understand, and Ms. Rose will take over in my absence, because I'm going to be there.
Well, the 29th puts us closer to the year-end closeout, and
Yeah.
would give Susan more time.
Right.
So whichever
The
works,
if the 27th works, Ms. Jones, if it doesn't, that's fine too. We'll have a backup plan, and July 28th is our summer meeting, and the time will be determined. Board member comments. I would like to call on Ms. Peters.
All right. Well, this is such a busy time, and I know this year's really busy because things seem to be back to normal. We'll start it off because it's been a night just congratulating Albert and Daniel. You really have truly been great to work with on this board, and like Dr. Lutz said, you really put a lot of input in it, and we did, and value your input, and thank you, and we are really proud of you, and you certainly make Currituck very, very proud, so good luck, and I wish you well. I did attend both high school proms. They were both amazing. I think the best thing to me was just seemed like everybody was just having so much fun. Currituck High School, the decorations were amazing. You walked in and there were just things I mean, it didn't even look like the same high school at all. I mean, you're just blown away. And they had different areas and fun props. And I don't know, I asked if you guys said you both had fun, so I guess that's a good thing. So I wanted to give a shout out to everyone involved in both of those proms. The JP Knapp was also amazing. It was just a quiet, nice venue. It was great. So thank you to everyone involved for doing that. Of course, beginning of May is always Teacher Appreciation Week and staff, and I don't think we can ever thank all of our teachers and staff enough for what they do. I think this year was exciting. Seemed like we had a lot of support from our community, from our PTAs, PTOs, and families. So once again, thank you so very much, all of our teachers and staff, and for all you do. I believe Nurses Week or Nurses Day came right after that. So again, thank you to all of our nurses for all that they do. They've had a rough year. I hope that it's ending on a calmer note for them. It's just been amazing, and I visited Moyock Elementary today and Moyock Middle. I wanted to give a shout out to our resource officers. I actually met Deputy, it just lost me, Wilkerson today. She's the resource officer at Moyock Middle, and spoke with her, and it was very pleasant. And I personally just wanted to thank all of them for all they do for being in our schools and keeping our kids and everyone safe. So with that being said, I just look forward to celebrating our seniors tomorrow night at FNAP and next week for Currituck High School. And congratulations to the class of 2022, and I hope everyone has a great, safe summer.
Woo! Miss Rose.
Well, Albert and Daniel, we're going to miss both of you. And I just appreciate all that you all have done for your respective schools and your service on the board. So thank you both. There's been so many events. I can't even touch on what I've been to and what I've missed, but I've tried. I did enjoy visiting with the proms. They both were beautiful that night, and hats off to all the folks involved with making those happen. The FFA banquet, I was so happy to see that back and see our officers up there leading such a wonderful event. Senior recognition, I made it to Albert's, and I couldn't make it to yours because they were at the same time, but I did enjoy recognizing the seniors at JP Knapp, and a lot of accomplishments. Very proud of you all. Lady Knights soccer team, they are playing right now. I just checked my phone. Last I saw, they're winning, but they're up 2-0. So I'm going to run down there after the meeting. I was able to go out to the high school and view all these great designs for next year's yearbook and give my thoughts on that. And hats off to all those students who worked hard on that. And I think and I did get to visit when the Knott's Island first graders came over to meet with their book buddies, the seniors at the high school, and they made books for each other, and they shared them with one another, and that was really something. So hats off to Miss Jennifer Roach and Valerie Person for organizing that for our students. I'd like to thank all of our retirees for giving their years to Currituck County Schools and being there for our students. I hope that class of 22 has a great future as they go out into the real world and they leave us. I'll be thinking about you. And I hope that everybody, students, staff, parents, I hope everybody has a great summer.
Thank you, Ms. Rose. Dr. Dobney.
Yes, I went to the FFA banquet, and I won't tell you what number it was that I've been to. It's been a lot. Anyway, it was amazing as usual. Albert and Daniel, thanks for everything, and good luck in the future to both of you. Sophia and Scarlett, hope you two have a nice, safe summer, and hopefully we can get you on the introductory video next year. And I hope all the teachers and staff have a safe, happy, healthy summer.
Thank you, Dr. Dominique. Ms. Kraft?
Yes, I visited all of our schools this month. Also went to the prom. It was fantastic. It was really exciting to see the students enjoying themselves, and I was glad that we were able to do that. And I certainly appreciate all the hard work that was put into it. I also went to the FFA banquet. It's always wonderful. Everything was great. I also attended Tuesday night the chorus program at Currituck County High School. Mr. Arbogast always does a great job, and we've got a lot of talent. Daniel and Andrew, thank you for all you've done. It's been a pleasure, and I'm excited. Albert, I'm sorry. I've got it.
It's been a long time.
I know, it has. I'm so sorry, Albert. I think I wrote Andrew on there too, didn't I? That's why I said that. I wrote on his card.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, it's been a long week.
It's an A name. That's right.
Yeah. So we're going to miss you a lot. We really are. And also, as I stated in my invocation, every single person that's involved in our schools are what make it great. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to try to name one name or the other or one department or the other, but you're what is the glue that holds us all together, and so I'm really appreciative of that. And I wish everyone a great summer.
Thank you, Ms. Kraft. Mm-hmm. Dr. Lutz.
Well, again, it's great to be closing out a year, feeling that something that looks and feels like normalcy, and people have been relaxing as we've kind of got into the mode again. So it's been great to see those smiles. I want to just acknowledge a wonderful contribution from a Miss Heidi Corsello from her late father, Robert Allen, some beautiful woodworking equipment to our shop. I also want to point out that we are open for hiring. We have plenty of jobs, as do most places. And I want to follow that up with, at the same time, we are actually going to start a student tech team at both the high schools. You'll have an opportunity to make money at school. We have worked, Sandy Reynolds and her department have secured a grant to fund this, and we are going to tap right into some potential employees right in our buildings.
That's great.
We will have our summer reading camp and summer programming will start up shortly after school ends. And accreditation, as we updated in the work session, is still in process, and it is not far from our minds, and we're going to continue to push the state on making sure that we get our accreditation. With that, I appreciate the work that we have put in as a board as we have navigated again through COVID and close in on 2 wonderful graduation ceremonies without a whole lot of stress this year. Right. It'll feel pretty good to be at these with some space and unmasked, and it should be wonderful evenings. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Dr. Lutz. Tonight, a huge shout out to our Foods 1 and 2. We were pleasantly surprised tonight by going to the central office, and they had prepared dinner for us. Fresh fruit and sandwiches and homemade chicken salad, tuna salad, and macaroni salad, and we just really enjoyed that, and I'd like to thank you, all of the board. We really enjoyed it, and we enjoyed sitting with our student board members. We don't get to do that very often, but we did that tonight, and thank you very much. Another school year is gone by. I mean, I can't believe we're here at the end of the year again. It just seems like it's gone by in a flash. But I would like to take this time to thank all of the faculty, staff, everyone. It is a team effort for us to be successful, and my hat's off to everyone involved. Albert, Daniel, thank you. Thank you. You are shining stars in our community, and you both are what I hope my grandchildren will be like. You're well respected among your peers in your community, and we thank you for serving on this board, especially during a time like we have had the last few years. And you endured a lot, and your communication with the board and bringing back information to us of how your friends and peers feel about certain things. It did make a difference. So we appreciate that, and we wish you the best. I was able to go to Shawboro Elementary School during their field day, and I participated in the sack race. And my daughter participated with me. I'm very competitive, and my grandson. So the three of us took off in those sack races, and I'm here to tell you it's not what it used to be. The sack race was a little short, so I didn't have a problem with my pants falling down. That was 40 years ago, but not anymore. But the sack race, I was holding on for dear life. Of course, I came in last, but we'll do that again. I want a rematch, but that was a lot of fun. The kids just had the best time, running here and there and everywhere with their friends and smiles on their faces, and it meant a lot for them to be able to have that again. Congratulations to all our seniors. We're going to be at the NAP Early College graduation tomorrow night at COA. Looking forward to that. That's always a fun time. And then next Thursday for the Currituck County High School, their graduation, and what a night that will be, weather permitting. It seems like it rains a lot on graduation, but fingers crossed we're going to have beautiful skies that night, and what a celebration we'll have. With that being said, do I have a motion that we adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Drive safe going home.